R. Kelly got interviewed. Everyone's gonna want to talk to Bill Cosby just to get his side of the story.
I believe Oprah's the only one who would stoop to that level.
Yeah, you never know, man. It's thirsty out here in these streets, and also too, like,
took on the shame that the world gave to me. For 25 years, making fun of my weight was national.
OMG. If Wendy Williams was still on air right now, she would be having an absolute field day with Oprah Winfrey's viral Paris Fashion Week clip, because, baby, the internet is already saying those injections might be doing the opposite of what they were supposed to. And you already know Wendy was never the one to bite her tongue. She's literally one of the only celebs who had the guts to throw a little slick shade at Oprah and not think twice about it.
Here's for Wendy Williams. They meant to say Gail. But like, I thought that this was a joke myself. I'm like, nobody needs to shed tears for me. I got this on lock.
But let's be real for a second. Just because Wendy Williams doesn't have her show anymore, that does not mean she's suddenly quiet. Oh no. Allegedly, she's got a whole lot to say, especially when it comes to Oprah Winfrey and this whole extreme weight loss conversation. So yeah, let's get into it. Now here's where the internet really lost it. This whole debate kicked off when Oprah stepped out at Paris Fashion Week, and baby, people were watching every step. And I mean that literally. Because folks were like, okay, Oprah, Auntie, you look good. The hair, flawless. The outfit, stunning. But what's going on with the walk? Now the internet is running wild with theories, saying these weight loss treatments got celebs moving differently, like they are holding on for dear life. And you already know how social media gets one clip and suddenly everybody's a doctor and a critic. But let's talk about it, because now the conversation has split wide open. Some people are saying Oprah is in full control, living her best life, doing what works for her. Others, they're side-eyeing the situation, wondering if things might be going just a little too far. And while Wendy hasn't come out publicly yet, word on the street is she's definitely got opinions behind the scenes. And honestly, would that even be surprising? This isn't even the first time she's had something to say about Oprah's weight journey. Like, do y'all remember when Wendy called out how over the top it was, Oprah?
That's more believable than her being the national spokesperson for a diet program. Oh, please. Oh, please. Every time I see the commercials, I'm like, oh, please.
So boom, this is where things took a turn. Oprah Winfrey eventually stepped down from the board of Weight Watchers after discovering Ozempic, ending a nearly decade-long run as a director with the company. And you already know that alone had people talking heavy. Now, Oprah kept it very classy and very controlled. She made it clear this wasn't about any drama, no disagreements, no issues with how the company operates, no behind-the-scenes mess. Nothing like that. She also said she would be giving away her entire stake in the company, donating all of her shares to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which honestly made the situation even bigger. Then, during her appearance on Jimmy Kimmel, Oprah explained it even further. She said she chose to leave the board because she wanted the freedom to talk about whatever she wants, whenever she wants, without people questioning her motives. And more importantly, she didn't want any appearance of a conflict of interest.
That because this special was really important to me and I wanted to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and Weight Watchers is now in the business of being a weight health company that also administers medications for weight. I did not want to have the appearance of any conflict of interest.
I see.
And so I resigned from the board and I donated all of my shares to the National Museum of African.
You know, it was also because of this whole weight loss journey that Oprah Winfrey made her return to television, opening up about her personal struggles and the rise of these new prescription weight loss medications. And let me tell you, it got real emotional. She actually broke down while talking about the years, decades, of intense public scrutiny, the constant comments, and the shame people placed on her because of her weight. and you could just feel it. This wasn't Oprah the icon speaking. This was Oprah, the woman who's been dealing with this pressure her whole life.
Took on the shame that the world gave to me. For 25 years, making fun of my weight was national.
Then she brought other people onto the show to share their own journeys, letting them open up about their struggles and what they've been through. And by the end of it all, Oprah Winfrey made it very clear what worked for her, she said. The injections played a big role in her transformation, and she was standing on that. Like, she wasn't tiptoeing around it either. She straight up advocated for it. And the way she said it, you could tell she meant every word. Like, this is what she said. For people who feel happier and healthier, celebrating life in a bigger body, and don't want the medications, I say bless you. And for all the people who believe diet and exercise is the best and only way to lose excess body weight, bless you too, if that works for you. And for the people who think that this could be the relief and support and freedom, as you said earlier, that you've been looking for your whole life, bless you, because there's space for all points of view. Now, around the same time, Oprah also did an exclusive with People where she spilled that, for as long as she has been in the public eye, her body journey has played out in the media, on magazine covers, and on episodes of her own hit talk show that ran for 25 seasons. Apparently, once she reconciled the science, Oprah said she released her own shame about it and consulted her doctor, who went on to prescribe the weight loss medication. Then, she said, "I now use it as I feel I need it, as a tool to manage not yo-yoing. Also, in another interview with Jane Pauley, Oprah said that for years she felt she was at fault for her size, and that she was so motivated by shame that she didn't think it was right to take it to aid her weight loss. But then, after realizing that obesity is a disease, and her doctor prescribed her GLP-1, and that's when her weight loss journey really transformed." Oprah Winfrey also said she didn't just rely on the medication. She incorporated hiking, resistance training, and running into her routine, which helped her maintain her weight. I mean, good for her, right? However, the moment she started advocating for the use of injections, the backlash came in quick. People were saying that if she's going to promote it, she should have that same energy when it comes to educating people about the possible side effects too. Because let's be real, there have been plenty of stories going around about people experiencing serious complications after using weight loss injections, and that's what really got folks talking. Miss Winfrey is recovering following a stomach virus and received an IV due to dehydration at the recommendation of her doctor. Regardless, people were still saying her health issues were Ozempic related. And now, after that Paris Fashion Week appearance, folks are convinced there's definitely something going on. And allegedly, Miss Wendy Williams is all over this tea. Now, you already know the history. Oprah and Wendy have never exactly been besties. In fact, Oprah made it super clear she wasn't feeling Wendy when she passed the hosting baton to Sherri Shepherd. Drama, y'all.
So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it, it is the passing on.
Thank you so
It is the
much.
passing on.
So you officially passing the baton
I'm
on to
passing the baton.
See, people were really questioning why Oprah hadn't passed the baton to someone just as successful as Wendy Williams. I mean, let's be real. The Wendy Williams show dominated the daytime talk slot for years, with a loyal fan base, viral moments, and equally impressive guests. And let's not forget her reign as Queen of Radio, which proved she had exactly what it takes to be the best. Now, technically, Sherri Shepherd was chosen as Wendy's successor after her show ended. And when Oprah passed the baton to Sherri instead, people immediately jumped to conclusions. And you already know the tea over the years. Folks have been saying maybe Oprah just never liked Wendy Williams. On the flip side, while most celebrities have always tiptoed around saying anything negative about Oprah, Wendy has never been afraid to speak her mind. Case in point, she once said Oprah would be the only one capable of stooping so low as to interview Bill Cosby after his scandal. Yeah, Wendy doesn't hold back.
R. Kelly got interviewed. Everyone's gonna want to talk to Bill Cosby just to get his side of the story.
I believe Oprah's the only one who would stoop to that level.
You never know, man. It's thirsty out here in these streets, and also too, like.
By the way, guys, word on the street is that Wendy Williams has also been saying behind the scenes that people really need to look closer at Oprah Winfrey, given how often she's been connected to some, let's say, questionable figures. For context, she's faced criticism for her close associations with people like Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, Bill Cosby, and even John of God. And get this, she even popped up in the Epstein documents. There was an alleged email from Deepak Chopra asking whether he should bring Woody and Oprah into something. Then there's another email from a redacted source that supposedly said, "She is being sheltered under Oprah's wing. After her interview, Oprah decided she had talent and skill that could be used on her network. No one knew about it, and we were keeping it quiet until things settled." I think the leak is from S' former staff. S goes to LA today or tomorrow. Hope for the future, but we wait and see. Trust me, Wendy would have had a field day with this one too. Allegedly. She's also saying behind the scenes that Oprah might have taken it a little too far with the Ozempic after that viral Paris Fashion Week video. I don't know. Guys, weight is such a sensitive topic for so many people. But I gotta ask you, do you think Oprah has gone too far? Or do you think she looks amazing and folks really just need to mind their business?